New Lands, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 1, Chapter 8h. That the word worthless does apply to observations upon transits of Venus. In Old and New Astronomy, Proctor says that the observations upon the transits of 1761 and 1769 were altogether unsatisfactory. One supposes that anything that is altogether unsatisfactory can't be worth much. In the next transit of 1874, various nations cooperated. The observations were so disappointing that the Russian, Italian, and Austrian governments refused to participate in the expeditions of 1882. In Reminiscences of an Astronomer, page 181, Newcomb says that the United States Commission, of which he was secretary, had, up to 1902, never published its observations, and probably never would, because by that time all other members were either dead or upon the retired list. Method of Mars, more monotony, because of criticisms of the taking of parallax by simultaneous observations. Dr. David Gill went to the island of Ascension during the opposition of Mars of 1877 to determine alone, by the diurnal method, the distance of this Earth from the Sun, from positions of Mars. For particulars of Gill's method, see, for instance, Bohr's solar system, page 86. Here Professor Bohr says that, of course, the orbital motion of Mars had to be allowed for in Gill's calculations. If so, then of course this Earth's orbital motion had to be allowed for. If Dr. Gill knew the space traversed by this Earth in its orbit, and the curvature of its path, he knew the size and shape of the orbit, and consequently the distance from the Sun. Then he took for the basis of his allowance that this Earth is about 93 million miles from the Sun, and calculated that this Earth is about 93 million miles from the Sun. For this classic deduction from the known to the same known, he received a gold medal. In our earlier surveys, we were concerned with the false claim that there can be application of celestial mechanics to celestial phenomena, but, as to later subjects, the method is different. The method of all these calculations is triangulation. One simple question: to what degree can triangulation be relied upon? To great degree in measuring the height of a building, or in little distances of a surveyor's problems. It is clear enough that astronomers did not invent the telescope. They adopted the spectroscope from another science. Their primary mathematical principle of triangulation they have taken from the surveyors, to whom it is serviceable. The triangle is another emblem of the sterility of the science of astronomy. Upon the coat of arms of this great mule of the sciences, I would draw a prism within a triangle.